What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast here on QTV. So today, we're just going to be asking a simple question. WTF, guys? And the reason being is because, I've been seeing, as you guys have, quite a few people upset with two different things. One, the recent Q9FN videos that I've been posting against, various TVs. And the other being this whole issue with FOMO on tech. Now, I'm not trying to bury FOMO on tech with a shovel or anything like that. But when somebody is clearly wrong and they are misinforming people, they should be asked about it, especially when they've asked you to leave suggestions and they would take them seriously. You see, for those that don't know, I'm also subscribed to FOMO on Tech. I like what he does, believe it or not. I love Chill Hop. I like that he opens his videos with that. I have really positive things to say about the guy, generally, I do. But, when I see inconsistencies, I'm going to be like, hey, listen, there's something off about this. Maybe don't do that, right? And I do that, and everyone says it was uncalled for, I'm out of line. There's quite a few people outraged by this. So I'm going to ask the question, what the fuck, right? Break the fourth wall, right? Screw it, right? What the fuck? Why in the world is it whenever I do something, it matters 10 times more in the negative field than when everyone else is wrong? You see, the Q9FN performs poorly. Now my settings are wrong, my display is defective, it's always some extraneous excuse or reason. It's never the fact that maybe Samsung just didn't make a good product when compared to other TVs that are already excellent. No, that can't be it. Quantum, you're clearly wrong. I've read on Artings and various other review publications that, you know what, this is the greatest TV. No matter what you say, it's still my king of TV. There's nothing wrong with you liking it and it being your end-all to be-all TV, but let me ask you something. I've exposed this ring of tight-knit journalists pushing a singular narrative for years. Years with actual scientific data, numbers, proof, real-time tests. I've given everything that has been asked of me, right? And we still want my credentials. We still want more proof. We still have excuses even when they're dead to rights. It's not that big a deal now. Now that's the argument. Oh, well, I think you're going about this petty. Oh, you're being trashy about the way you're talking about them. How unprofessional. This is fucking YouTube, guy. There's nothing classy about YouTube. You are sitting on YouTube talking through a camera to other people. It is about as casual as it gets, right? I'm not in person wearing a suit and tie. This is not a place of professionality. We're talking about literally talking to people on YouTube and just being real with you. People should be able to grab a camera and do that, but we have a problem. And I've talked about this many times in my other episodes where basically it's like this, you've got a group of guys that understand that there are naive people out there that believe anything on a blog or in an article, and they know they can cash out with their opinions, so they're going to do that. And there are people like me who take all the hatred to give those people who have wound up in some unfortunate situations like getting banned from Best Buy, getting return exchange notifications through Amazon about how it's exceedingly high even though the product's defective, and just trying to warn you so you, A, avoid wasting your money, right? And B, so you don't have all this nonsense come back and bite you in the ass. But it's like no matter how hard I try, I'm always the target. I've always been the target, I've noticed. And it's to the point where it's just like, what is this, pick on black guy day? Because at this point, that's the only difference between the various publications that I'm noticing. I'm the only black guy out here, literally giving out information besides maybe the Villa Man. But really, there aren't that many people doing that. Now, I'm not trying to pull the black card, but I'm really grasping for answers here. Because I don't understand how FOMO on Tech, right, for example, can be wrong on multiple occasions, yet no one has ever called him out. No one. No one's called it once. His Hisense review, where he's sitting in front of the TV talking about what he's seeing, he labeled it as amateur and it was a mistake, and he just completely, it was his exposure of his camera, all these inconsistent things. For those that don't know, I'm also a professional photographer. I do two things: professional photography, professional calibration. Those together help me make my income, because one alone is not enough, right? So I do different things. So I understand when an exposure of a camera can throw off a TV, but at the same time, if you're sitting in front of that TV, what you saw should be the final verdict. And the fact that he went back and edited and was like, oh wait, no, I was mistaken, no way. This is an amateur mistake, I'll get better, and I'll take your suggestions along the way. I saw it, and the first thing that came to mind is, well, that's some bullshit, but okay, I'll let it slide, because you know what? I don't know the guy, I don't know his reasons, whatever, let it go. And now we're getting to this TCL motion problem. where all of those TVs are using a 60 hertz signal, dude. Every single one of them. And now nobody is calling him out on the fact that only TCL looked bad, but he docked to Sony. Look, I don't care if it's because TCL is a native 60 hertz panel, because they're all in 60 hertz mode when using that 60 hertz signal coming out of that HDMI splitter. I do this for a living, and I also do it on YouTube, right? I know how HDMI splitters work. I know how the signal is sent and transmitted. I do this for comparison videos literally on this channel. So I'm not going to be bamboozled by a newbie, right? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect FOMO in any way. I really don't, but it's bullshit, right? And I'm going to say it's bullshit. And people are getting angry because I'm asking a question. It's like this 2019 thing where you ask a question and you're wrong. You're wrong because you had the balls to say, listen, something's not right. I'm going to ask man to man, what's going on with your information, FOMO? Clearly there's a problem with TCL's processing and you didn't call it out. Why? I mean, just why? That's it. That's the question. And people are fucking having a tizzy over this thing. And, you know, I've read some nasty comments, absolutely nasty comments. And, you know, I've even read justifications like maybe it could be because 120 hertz native panels push out twice the motion capabilities of panels that are basically only 60 hertz. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because it's like saying an item costs $60. You have $125. The other guy has $60. You both buy that same $60 item. There is no additional benefit just because you have $125. Outside of the fact that you can maybe spend a little extra in other places, but the place that you spent the money is still there. And so the question is, if I'm getting a 60 hertz signal on all 4 TVs, why is TCL the only one being protected? That's my question. That's where I'm still asking it. There is no justification for it. I don't want to hear that shit about an audio glitch, an audio cutout. Don't give me that crap. I do this on YouTube. I know how it works. Audio glitches and cutouts are not going to do that, right? Explaining what? I'm sorry. I just don't understand this. What the shit does not make sense to me. And I can't be nice about it, especially given how he's allowing this long string of hate comments on his channel when I've done nothing but protect him, saying, hey guys, let's keep it peaceful. I'm not trying to attack him. Let's be nice about it. But he's not returning the favor to me. It's just like a blatant fuck you at this point. I've recommended him in the community tab numerous times, listed him as one of the best when it comes to the AV stuff. And it looks bad on me because I have people in my Facebook community, you know, that's over 1,200 people, asking questions. Like, hey, Quantum, you recommended FOMO, but I noticed this inconsistency. What the fuck, Quantum? It looks bad on me. So of course I'm gonna ask a question when my subscribers are now asking me, why did I recommend this guy that clearly isn't on the up and up? What the fuck? So of course I'm gonna ask questions. And so my question to you guys is, why is it in the AV space when Quantum does something, no matter how good it is, it's always not good enough? Vincent is wrong, Artings is wrong, I prove that Digital Trends is wrong, all these places, and I show proof and back it up with evidence. And no matter what I do, I'm still wrong. What is the disconnect here with me and this new society I apparently live in, where men can't be men and answer questions honestly with candor? I mean, like, what am I missing? And that's really what this podcast is about, guys. What the fuck? What the fuck, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty. And until the next video, see you guys later.